we apologize. On behalf of South Africans, I'd like to apologize for what we have put Chidinma through. Chidinma, what we have put you through is inhumane. It was the first of its kind. Social media is a new thing and it reaches far and wide, and you have been exposed to energy that you would not normally have been exposed to. So, oh no, Sisi, sorry. Sorry for everything that you went through. Sorry for all the pain, the undeserved pain that you've been through. Sorry. I want to say on behalf of South Africa, sorry girl. You didn't deserve it, and congratulations, and actually, you are Miss Universe.
I have to give props to the government of Nigeria, first and foremost. The government of Nigeria, based on this whole controversy and situation of Chidinma, they deserve their congratulations for embracing this African child after she was cast away. She was cast away from her country where she was born because her mother committed a fraud case when during those times she was born 20 years plus years back. I don't know why that story was not was not exposed a long time ago. Why now? Why now? They're trying to delay the success of this beautiful girl. But enough about that. The government of Nigeria demonstrated unity, demonstrated protection and care for African people, because they didn't denounce Chidinma. They welcomed Chidinma. They welcomed Chidinma with warm hands after she was cast away from South Africa.
Them talk say success, it get many friends, so it get many siblings. But when I see what that they call failure, now often it be. South Africans, they don't come out, they don't apologize to Nigerians. On to say Chidinma come as runner up for this Miss World competition, where they for do for United States. When I don't say they don't drag Chidinma tire, they don't insult Nigerians tire on top this matter. The matter no be small thing, no. But when I not say Nigerians, then they loving. Them say monkey no fine, but im mama like am. But this one no be for Chidinma, because Chidinma fine and Nigerians like am too. As South Africans, we want rubbish Chidinma, may they spoil her name, rub her name for inside dustbin, drag am anyhow where they want drag am. Nigerian accept am, welcome am back, and bring am come back Nigeria. Now from that place, now in Chidinma success story begin from now so she start dey fly they go up until she become the runner up for the Miss World competition where they for do. So now South Africans they come out on the beg, they talk say forgive us Nigeria, forgive us Chidinma, say we don't know what we do, say no be our fault, say they don't want make other South Africans insult them, on top say that they support Chidinma against their own country. So now they don't come out, they congratulate Chidinma, and they don't they tell us say I beg, make you no vex for us. So say we no say we don't fuck up, but the thing be say now still brothers now it will be, now still sisters now it will be. So make una forgive us Nigeria. So waiting I go do now to allow now make una watch the video, make una for see am una self, make una hear what they talk for inside the video. And if today that be the first time where they see our videos, where they visit our channel, I beg make you don't forget to subscribe to our channel and make you for drop your own comment after you don't watch this video. So make I allow now make una watch the video.
I have to give props to the government of Nigeria, first and foremost. The government of Nigeria, based on this whole controversy and situation of Chidinma, they deserve their congratulations for embracing this African child after she was cast away. She was cast away from her country where she was born because her mother committed a fraud case when during those times she was born 20 years plus years back. I don't know why that story was not was not exposed a long time ago. Why now? Why now? They're trying to delay the success of this beautiful girl. But enough about that. The government of Nigeria demonstrated unity, demonstrated protection and care for African people, because they didn't denounce Chidinma. They welcomed Chidinma. They welcomed Chidinma with warm hands after she was cast away from South Africa. Amen. The government of Nigeria was used by God. And I speak about God because I believe in God. If you don't believe in God, you'll be worried why I always mention God. And you should be worried about yourself, not why I always mention God. if you know what I'm talking about. So the government of Nigeria demonstrated that they don't hate African children. Whether you were born in South Africa, but you are African and we have our own blood. Your father is Nigerian. So come, they're chasing you there. Come, we'll embrace you. That was beautiful to see, man. It was a beautiful demonstration from God that Nigerians are welcoming. And I will forever respect the government of Nigeria for doing that. Shout out to the Nigerian girls who continued supporting Chidinma, even when they knew very well that Chidinma came late into the show. They didn't cast her away. Of course, there's going to be a few people who are going to speak against Chidinma and say, you came late to the Miss Universe Nigeria. But shout out to those who were positive and allowed her to contest and demonstrate a talent, because she's very beautiful and talented when it comes to this modeling shit. And she deserved it. She deserved even the Miss Universe South Africa. Don't tell me about merely rocks. We all know the crowned Miss South Africa didn't deserve to be Miss South Africa. She also knows it. She knows it very well deep in her heart. She didn't deserve to be crowned Miss Universe South Africa. Chidinma is the one who deserved it. But God, because God is powerful, God wanted to expose the xenophobic South Africans that they are not in control. He also wanted to expose the government of South Africa that what is it that they're saying about this case that they can't prove? Why are they not showing us the South African mother who lost their identity? Why is the case now not being in progress? What's the update? Wanted to expose that about the law and the people who control the law. Because some of them have vested interest in these agendas. You might not know, some of us know. He also wanted to expose that in South Africa, there is young men like Decent Q, like King Sage So, like Tuso, like many other South African YouTubers, content creators on Twitter, like Tuso, wherever, TikTok, they will continue to support this girl. Even Rahadi, they won the EFF supporter from Twitter. God wanted to show the world that there is sensible South Africans who can go against their own xenophobic, hateful people. God also wanted to show and expose that Nigerians are very welcoming. As much as the world has a certain reputation about them, they are welcoming and they are loving and they will protect their own. God also wanted to demonstrate that Chidinma's destiny doesn't just start and end in South Africa. It has to go and start in Mexico. South Africa was just a warm-up for Chidinma's story. She went to Nigeria, and then she went to Mexico. Her destiny started in Mexico when she won at the second run-up, at the first run-up, and then she won Miss Africa in Mexico. That's where his destiny started. Her story is still long. The story is still going very far. Chidinma Wafetu. Hi Nigerians, we thank you very much for not shying away from embracing this beautiful queen. We thank you very much for demonstrating love. We thank you very much for always supporting us here as South African content creators. We see the love.
Today's topic is a difficult, and I've been avoiding it, and I'm sure a lot of actually people who've got a lot to lose have been avoiding it, because if you decide to get into this topic, then you know that you're going to get a lot of backlash, and you're about to get into the boxing ring with a whole country, and the energy is vicious, the energy is hot, the energy is painful. So, okay, first of all, I wanted to say a very big congratulations to Chidinma from South Africa, and from every single South Africa, and from the bottom of our hearts and with love. You know, when you deal with a trauma baby, you deal with an anomaly, you're dealing with a difficult. So I think I wish for the world to imagine a very abused child, neglected child, who's gone through a lot and is still in a lot of pain, and they're lashing out that pain. An abandoned child, an orphan. South Africans are not in a good place, and that is why you are seeing an entire country bully a 22-year-old child. And South Africa is that broken, damaged, abused child. There is a reason that the South Africans are abusing a child. And the reasons lie in the trauma of our current situation, the trauma of our past. It's trauma that we haven't dealt with and that we're still dealing with. So when the world sees the hatred on Chidinma, the hatred is not on Chidinma. The hatred is frustration from living in a country where you've been abandoned, forgotten, and abused. The hatred and the anger is coming from a people who have got no access to hospitals. Because when they get there, it's other nationalities who are occupying the beds. And they are frustrated that they, the children of the home, are not being taken care of. So you're dealing with a child who's dealing with a very vicious jealousy of this new child that has just come into the house and is now getting better treatment. The hatred on Chidinma is speaking to South Africans don't have access to employment. South Africans are broke right now and panicking. So that feeling of being broke and the anxiety, it's happening on a national scale. It's multiplied. So that energy of hatred on Chidinma is not about Chidinma. It's about the panic of hunger, of poverty, of I don't know what I'm going to put on my table, of I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's about anxiety and panic attacks. So this new child that has walked into the house and is now getting the mother's attention, and the mother being the government is now giving jobs and public health care, and like everything is going to the new child. So it's very unfortunate that it played out on this poor little girl who did not deserve it. And as fate would have it, and the universe, and thank God there's a balance in this world, all that negativity that South Africans gave this poor little child transmuted and put her on top of the universe. You know, the irony and the poetic justice, like, and what's sad about it is that, I mean, it's funny and sad because, like, damn, your hatred couldn't do anything. And in fact, your hatred as South Africans catapulted somebody into such a position, and hell, please can you hate me some more too so I can end up on global stages, you know? But I'm glad that the universe fought back and the forces of good. And I'm still embarrassed because South Africans are still making fools of themselves on social media. It's that thing where, you know, you've been such a bad child that you've been you know? You know that thing, you know? Yinkani. Where instead of surrendering and saying, oh shit, I was wrong, you just still like, and you're still sending off that energy. And it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing because it speaks to you. And man, I'm sad that my country is in such a sad space. I wish we could have leadership that pays attention to this cry for help, because I think that's what the assault on Chidinma has been. It's been a cry for help from South Africans. We definitely, the infamous porous border issue is now starting to affect us at a very deep level, where it's making us lose our humanity, where grown men and women in their 40s, their 50s are bullying a child. I think it's sad. Mostly I think it's sad. And I think that we're damaging our reputation. You know, as much as you walk around as yourself, as a personal brand, I think that even as a South African community, our energies and ourselves put together, we have a collective brand that we have to look after, because we're not confined to South Africa. We travel, we move around. So if we put out such negative energy to our neighbors, it's going to come back at us. It's going to come back at us. You know, it's possible to be loved globally because of the kind of energy you exude. And our geographical location and just the hype around us as a country can make us such a beautiful, 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 beautiful space. So I think that we have to consider individually that we have got a responsibility to brand Mzansi, Azania, to our brand as a people. It's not nice to be the bitter. People are laughing at us, guys. The global community is laughing at us. You know that reaction you have to that child who's being a brat and being horrible and having tantrums and behaving badly. As an outsider watching that, where it's just disgusting. It's like that for the outside world right now, guys. Chidinma didn't do anything to you personally. And this identity theft story, guys, you're embarrassing yourselves, man. Just stop it. Just stop it. You've got a home affairs problem, a porous border problem in South Africa. It's not unique to Chidinma. And nobody has been arrested also, man. Man, guys, just stop it. You're jealous, you're bitter, and it's valid because your government has not taken care of you. But please, guys, can you just have a little bit more grace? You know what? If you're being like sour losers, it's just embarrassing, man, guys. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Like, you sitting there at home. Chidinma is not impacting your life in any shape, way, or form. The problem is the government. And now everybody's throwing this girl under the bus. The white people who work at these pageants have thrown her under the bus. The governments have thrown her under the bus. Guys, can we just be better human beings, please? I don't want to make this too long but I was just saying, please stop embarrassing yourselves on social media. Can you just be graceful about it? You kicked out the girl out of the country. Well done, congratulations. I hope it changed something for you. And now the girl has been accepted by another country. And now the girl has come number 2 in Miss Universe. She's going to places that you will never see because you are so bitter. Life is about frequencies. And if your frequency is vibrating at a jealousy and bitter level, you're not going to be able to attract your own blessings. So Ndiyacela, please, guys, can you just bless Chidinma? We congratulate her, we give her love, and most of all, siyaxolisa. We apologize. On behalf of South Africans, I'd like to apologize for what we have put Chidinma through. Chidinma, what we have put you through is inhumane. It was the first of its kind. Social media is a new thing and it reaches far and wide, and you have been exposed to energy that you would not normally have been exposed to. So, oh, Sisi, sorry for everything that you went through. Sorry for all the pain, the undeserved pain that you've been through. Sorry, I want to say on behalf of South Africa, sorry, girl. You didn't deserve it, and congratulations. And actually, you are Miss Universe.
All those of you guys that were saying, Abaham, Chidinma didn't play games with you guys. She took it serious. Homegirl took a flight to New York one time to become second place Miss Universe. Got an appointment, got a 1.8 million rands, and she left it. And you guys that are still here, come back. Please, more of Abaham. People are going to leave, don't worry.
Hi, my name is Gilen Kinwani. I am a psychologist and a group analyst, and I share content on inequality, injustice, and oppression. And for my first video, I would like to revisit the treatment of Chidinma Adetshina during the Miss Universe contest. What we can learn about the campaign when it comes to Africa, when it comes to colonialism, but also when it comes to human nature. So, firstly, I would say that we all have the capacity to hate. I mean, it's quite clear that regardless of the justification for that treatment, the visceral othering, the animosity, the hostility must be traced back to hatred. Number two, the post-apartheid angst is now starting to affect the way South Africans, Black South Africans in particular, are relating to other Black Africans. So we are talking about processes of displacement, whether we use scapegoating to account for this process, whether we use processes of identification with the aggressor, or use horizontal violence even as a frame. We know that the body of Black African migrants have come to carry that disturbance, which does not wholly, at least, belong to them. And finally, it's all too easy for those people who have suffered mass trauma and mass atrocity to engage in self-hatred at individual and at collective level. It's not a coincidence that we have a country that has been capable of showing the world extraordinary solidarity, extraordinary compassion towards Palestinians and their cause, to treat a fellow African, and indeed fellow African in their country, with such contempt and such brutality. That calls into question our capacity to love ourselves following the monstrosity of colonialism.